Hello, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well. If you're new here, my name is Philippa and this is a podcast all about what I've been knitting, what I'd like to be knitting, what I have been knitting, all that good stuff, and some other bits and bobs too. It's a very grey June out there here in Yorkshire today. So much rain. Not ideal, but it's Britain, isn't it? What can we say? I've actually realised I have something to tell you what I'm wearing today. Actually wearing something I have knitted. So this is the Farnham tee by the Knit Purl girl, which I made last summer. Was very pleased with this. Thrilled. This is the Farnham tee by the Knit Purl girl, which I made in Belle, which is a cotton linen viscose blend DK. I really love it. I've actually made two of these. This was my second one. I may have worn the other one on a previous video, but yes, this one was my second one, which I did in a smaller size. I believe this was size C, and I've made it slightly cropped so it will go under dungarees without too much bulk, especially in the summer. You don't want to be too many layers. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing, Farnham tee. I think it's been just over a month since my last video. It's gone really fast, as the weeks just seem to, don't they? the years. And I have very luckily been away for a couple of weeks exploring Scotland at the end of May, beginning of June. So that meant lots of time exploring, walking about, yarn shops, but also lots of sitting, knitting, eating cake time, which was great. So I feel like I've actually got quite a lot to show you, to tell you. Some finished objects, should those finished objects have been ones that I showed you as WIPS last time? Of course. Are they all? Of course not. But that's okay, isn't it? So yeah, I don't think there's anything else I will need to tell you before, so we shall jump into finished objects. Right, this was a WIP in my last video. See, starting off well. Yeah, you'll see. So this one is going to be a bit hard to show you, so I may put in a cutaway as well. But this is the Moonflower Mosaic blanket by Valérie Miller, which I showed you last time as a WIP. It's been on my needle since, I believe, last July. So a nice scrappy project. I will stand up and show you what I can and then say put in a cutaway. As I say, a bit difficult to show you. But yeah, I've absolutely loved this. It has been a really nice project for when we were away, actually, to pick up. Although a big project, you do a flower segment. I don't know whether you can see there. Each flower is made up of the 6 petals, and then you join those. And as you will have seen, either in a photo or a cutaway, the blanket is an entire, well, it makes a full hexagon. It's a really lovely shape compared to some, well, not compared to, it's a nice change from some of the blankets which are just rectangle, square, round, etc. And it's been really fun. As you can see, absolutely loads of colours, which absolutely shouldn't work. Lots of colours, patterns. You'd never put them together normally, but they seem to work, as with this one. It is finished. It's a finished object. However, I am pondering whether to add some sort of border because, as you can see, it's not a straight, the edges aren't straight, they're sort of the way it sits. I was thinking it would probably be easier with a crochet border. I cannot crochet. Do I learn? Do I try to do that? Although some friends have suggested an applied I-cord bind off, which I haven't tried before. So I am pondering whether to maybe give it a try, because I could try, couldn't I? I could start and do a little bit around and see what I think. I feel like you can see it would maybe curl a bit, so I'm wondering whether it would be beneficial to do that. But I'm thinking maybe I'll leave it for now and I can go back to it, can't I? I mean, it looks absolutely lovely as it is, but maybe it would sort of bring it all together, give it a little bit of weight on the edges to stop it moving about too much or curling. But yeah, for now, my Moonflower Mosaic is finished and I do love it. Yeah, absolutely lovely. Highly recommend the pattern and great for scraps. So yeah, that one is going to go to the side for now and I will come back to whether I want to add the border. Let me know your thoughts. Have you had any experience with different borders for blankets? I was a bit concerned about, because of the corners and the dips and the you know, it's not like just a straight line, whether it could be a bit tricky. But yeah, any tips, experiences, let me know in the comments. Let's see what we've got next. Right, these were also a whip during the my last podcast, so yay me. I am going to show you these on these sock blockers who are by Tom Dyson Woodwork. You've probably seen him on Instagram. I'll put this side. Beautiful sock blockers, buttons, absolutely gorgeous. So the socks, these are the Little Boxes socks by Summerlee Design, and I have made these using the Lay Family yarn, one of the Santa's Secret Sock Club sets, which I believe was Santa's Day Off. And then the undyed was just some that I had in my stash. Really happy with them. I haven't blocked them yet, hence why I've just put them on the sock blocker for now. But yeah, absolutely thrilled. They knitted up so quickly. I have a size 7 foot, UK size 7. I think I did about 60 rounds on the foot. It was an afterthought heel, which I don't normally do. I'm not a huge fan, it's fine. I always seem to get some holes which I had to go in and sort of sort out afterwards, but is that what happens? Am I doing something wrong there? I also want to show you. You may have seen on my Instagram if you follow me on there. Please do if you don't. I'll link it below. My floats. I'm so pleased with my floats. Look at these. They're so beautiful. Colourwork socks. Inside as well as on the outside. Absolutely beautiful yarn. It's so soft. So yeah, of course, making Shorty summer socks in a Christmas yarn. Sure. But, you know, I mean, they will be quite warm. But I actually wore my other pair. I've made this pattern before. And I wore them around, walking around Edinburgh. I walked around one day, 15 kilometres. Kip was very snoozy. And they were so comfortable. So at least I know that they will be excellent for comfort. So yes, those are the Little Boxes socks by Summerlee. Now let's get on to some things that, should I have cast on? Probably not. Did I? Yes, because life's too short. Another pair of socks. Again, not blocked, so I'm going to show you on my Tom Dyson sock blockers. You can't go wrong with some self-striping yarn, can you? This yarn is Paintbox Yarn's sock base. I believe the colour was Storybook Fairisle. I'll put it on the screen if it isn't, but I believe that's what it was. So happy with my pattern matching here. Why is it so satisfying when that happens? I could not care, but I'm not that kind of person. If I can make it match, I will. So I'll put one down. But yeah, I cast these on, these knit up so quickly. As I say, a nice bit of vanilla knitting while we were away. I had a few other more complicated projects on the go. But the colours on these are so lovely. It reminds me of Saved by the Bell a bit. 80s, 90s shell suit vibe. It's just me. A few other people have said other things, which I can't remember now. Dolly Mixtures, I think one of them was, which I can see as well. God, Dolly Mixtures. Anyway, so yes, these knit up very quickly. Nice to knit them for me. Oh yeah, this is it's the Weekend Shorty pattern, also by Summer Lee Design, but I don't know if you've seen the pattern for that. They have it's split up into different colour chunks, but I've just obviously knitted all the way through. I just used the base of that pattern because I just really like how it fits, and I feel like I may have done slightly less rounds of ribbing on the cuff, but that would have maybe been the only change. So yeah, those are some Weekend Shorties. Oh yeah, this yarn also vinted. It was a vinted bargain. I believe it came in a bundle with some other ones, one of which I will show you with another whip later. Yeah, I have destashed on Vinted. I have also, of course, bought on Vinted. If you're not on there and you haven't thought to look for yarn on there, highly recommend. I've had some really good bargains. It's an excellent way of destashing any leftovers when you haven't, if you haven't got anything planned, you've used it in your scrappy blankets, you don't need any more. I've managed to get something when I've been a bit low on it for a project. It's great for that, so I highly recommend the things of beauty you can find. Right, I believe that is all of my finished objects for this time, so not too bad. Only one of the three was a new cast on since last time, so I think I can give myself a pat on the back for that. So yeah, let's move on to whips. I may as well start with the Coziest Memories blanket by Kemper. This has been on my needles for, I think, just over 2 years. I mean, I do love it. I have added a fair few squares to it over the last month, as it was just really lovely to pick it up as I was going along when we were away. As you saw, I finished a few socks, so it was nice to be able to put any leftovers into those. I will do a cutaway of the ones I added in. I believe I put a stitch marker where I had got up to last time. I think I've added maybe 7 squares since. So yeah, I will add that in. But yeah, that's the Coziest Memories by Kemper. Yeah, let's see what else we got. Okay, let's have a look. This project I was counting it as a whip last time because I had swatched. Kip, go in your bed. Oh yeah, sorry. So yes, last time I had counted this project as a whip because I had swatched. It was ready to go, so it was a whip. So yes, got a few try it on tubes here. dog hair, border terrier glitter. It's for me, it's fine. So yes, this is the Lunan Tea by Rebecca Clow of the Crayabea. It is a 3x1 tea, summer tea. I have gone for the, as Rebecca's patterns are amazing, aren't they, where she has so many different yarn weights, styles, include like bumper patterns. They are really great. So I have gone for the 4-ply round neck in this lovely blue, which is Yarnsmiths Merino sock in, I think the colour is strong blue, I think. I will make a note if I'm wrong. So yes, I felt like this was going super slow when I was away. I had cast on the back and I think 3x1 rib, so it was taking a while. But then it was suddenly done and it was time to pick up the shoulders. And it feels like it's zooming along now. So I am just about, I finished the left shoulder, almost just about onto the increasing on the front right shoulder. I'm very excited. Oh, excuse me. I feel like I'm zooming along with this now, so hopefully I will get a bit more done. So nice and stretchy. I believe it's a weird one because of the ribbing. It needs some, I think the ease was recommended like minus to a positive of maybe 3 centimeters. I was sort of in between the two sizes. So I believe I cast on for a size 2 in the end, which would have given me a little bit of positive ease rather than, as the yarn is a 75% merino, superwash merino, 25% nylon. So I'm hoping I can wear it as a 4-ply over the summer, but I mean, I can always, that's the beauty of wool, isn't it? I can always wear it over the summer as well. Not summer, over the autumn, winter months layered up. I think I said last time, I'm not normally, or I don't think of myself as a massive blue fan or not drawn to it to wear. But then last time, the socks, a scarf I had cast on, it was all blue, which was interesting. But I'm actually really looking forward to having this in my wardrobe. So yeah, that is the Lunan Tea by Rebecca Clow. Hopefully I will have a lot more progress by the next time I speak to you. I mean, I'm not going to say I could be wearing it because let's not get ahead of ourselves. I've just dropped the yarn again. But yeah, beautiful. Highly recommend the pattern so far. It's now speeding along. So yeah, exciting. Speaking of blue and scarves, I realised that I hadn't made a note to update you on my Simple Thing scarf by I'll put it on the screen. Sorry, I've completely blanked on the designer's name. I believe I was at my little stitch marker, my little ladybird, last time I spoke to you, and I've done a fair amount. Obviously it's not scarf time of year, so I haven't reached for it that much. It was nice when I was in between all of my extra projects that I'd cast on to have that to do a little bit on. But yeah, just plodding along with it in this beautiful Catlow yarn. It's beautiful, isn't it? So yeah, that's also a sort of hibernating WIP for now, I would say. I might pick it up if I haven't got any socks on the go or things like that, but yeah, it's a nice little project in the background. And I think I have one more WIP. Hold the line. Okay, make that 2 more WIPs. Another pair of socks, no one is surprised. I actually, let me show you the yarn. This is so nice. This was another vintage find. I was planning on making my, sorry, I should say what it is. It is, ooh, like, it's an opal yarn. You can see the, ooh, this isn't going well. This was another vintage find. 75% wool, 25% polyamide. So I'll show you the sock. It is so pretty the way it's knitting up. I do love a self-striping. This is for Rob, my husband. He has UK size 12 feet. They take a while. This is the first time I was going to make myself a pair of the Surf Wax socks, another Summer Lee sock pattern, but the I thought it would be interesting to see how that worked up with a self-striping yarn, but it didn't really, it wasn't working. It looked a bit too muddy. I think there's just a bit too much going on with it for that, so I was like, I was just fed up with it for myself at that point, which isn't the yarn's fault. It's me. So I was like, oh, Rob, do you want some more socks? Always the answer is yes. But we thought we'd try some shorties this time, because normally I make him sort of ankle-ish. So this has actually felt quite quick compared to when I normally knit them for him. So again, I'm using the weekend shorty pattern that I used for the previous pair I showed you. 64 stitches for Rob. I believe I do 65 rounds on the foot for him for a size 12. But yeah, this is as far as I've got so far. I believe I'm about 30-ish, 35 rounds down the foot. But yeah, we're going to try the shorties to see how he feels. And if he likes it, I will knit the second one. But yeah, really pretty yarn. It reminds me of paint somehow, painting. But yeah, I lied earlier, there is one more WIP. You have seen this one before. You will probably see it again. But yeah, let's have a look. You won't be surprised to still see this if you have been here before. This is my Moby Slipover by Petite Knit, which I am making using some charity shop yarn finds, which is the sheep's, that is not right, 100% pure wool, 4-ply wool in undyed, and this is Rowan Kid Silk Haze, and I think the shade is Ghost. And as always, it completely blows my mind that these two make this colour. But yeah, I think I said last time, let me put these down and I can show you how the progress had been going. It blows my mind that those two colours combined make this. It's just, I mean, it's colour theory, of course it does, but yeah, so I've been working on this. It's beautiful. Obviously not a summer knit to be wearing, but I think I said last time, if I don't work on it until the autumn again, I will absolutely have forgotten what I'm doing. So I've been trying to not make myself, but remember to do a couple of rounds, at least a week on this. I'm not too far off doing the ribbing, I think. I believe I was going to do about 9 diamonds down the centre back, and I'm on nearly finished the 8th, so not too far to go. This was where, this stitch marker was where I was last time. So yeah, not that much progress, but also it's nearly a full diamond, which isn't too bad considering the amount of other projects I've been working on at the same time. I am making this in a size small, which I think is the second size. Stand up so you can see how it's going. It's going to be so nice. I can't wait. It's my first cable project, so yeah, second size, small. I think I sized down. I tend to have to size down a needle size on petite knit pattern, so I believe I'm working this on a 3mm needle, and I did 2.5mm on the the ribbing, the collar and the armholes. It looks so nice on here. So yeah, it's actually really starting to look like it's a slipover rather than a very short thing with armholes now. So yeah, I might try and do I say I'll try and at least get to the ribbing by the time. Maybe I'll try and do that, because that's maybe another diamond repeat. I will try and get to the ribbing by the next time I speak to you, because then it's just plain sailing, she says. It'll all go wrong now. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. I mean, I know there's a lot of people make petite knit patterns. I have made a couple. I made one, yeah, I made the storm sweater for Rob for Christmas, and I have made the can't remember what it's called, a little baby set, a couple of times. I like to try different designers as well, but this was what I wanted to do for that one. So yeah, here we are. So the Moby Slipover by Petite Knit. It's getting there. It's getting there. Right, let's move on to other bits and bobs. Right, on to the exciting stuff. As I mentioned, I have been in Scotland for a couple of weeks over the last month. Not too many yarn shop opportunities, but when they were there, I took them. So we started off in Edinburgh, where there are a few, but I managed to get to one, which was the lovely Ginger Twist Studio. It was so nice in there. I believe they had moved premises not too long ago, and it's so much bigger. Yeah, just amazing. I'll put a video here of the wall of some of the yarn that they dyed themselves. It's absolutely amazing, and it was really hard to choose. But I think I mentioned in my last podcast when I had, or maybe the Wray retreat vlog, I like to get a sock yarn or something when we've been away and make us both some socks as a bit of a memento. So yeah, Ginger Twist Studio was the first place. I might have to blow out a bit, but this is actually not showing up as bright as it is here. There's beautiful what are we on here? This is the Ginger's hand dyed sheepish sock in the colour Melon Balls on Fire. Amazing. Which is 100 grams, 365 meters, 80% superwash British Blueface Leicester, 20% nylon, and it's just so nice. The colours, absolutely gorgeous. So these were all of the skeins were hanging up on the wall, as you would have seen, but not wound. So if you picked one up and they wound it at the or skeined it up rather at the counter, which was fun. So many lovely colours, it was really hard to choose, but we went for the orange. So I also, that was my only yarn purchase from Ginger Twist Studio, which was restrained. But I did also, I couldn't resist one of these. I've wanted to try Doodle Decks before by Pacific Knit Co, and this was an Edinburgh Doodle Deck card deck, which I couldn't resist. So it includes things like Thistle, Sheep, Highland Cow, Scottish Terrier, the Forth Bridge, 2 plaids. I just thought I could pair that orange with maybe some undyed that I've got or other colour and just make something a bit fun. Yeah. So I haven't actually opened them yet. I was waiting till I'd shown you, but that could be on the cards for one of my next projects. So yeah, that was everything I got from Ginger Twist Studios, and I have one more yarn shop I visited. Okay, the next place we visited was we left Edinburgh and went over to Fife, and we stopped at the Woolly Brew, which is in Pitton Weem. And I've been trying, as I say, when I'm buying sock yarn for the like memento socks, to get yarn that has, if not dyed by the shop or someone in the local area, to at least be from Scotland or wherever I may be. So, and I followed Nervous Fibre for a while, and this one just jumped out at me, excuse me. I love the logo. Isn't it beautiful? So yeah, this is the colourway Hermes, 75% merino, 25% nylon, fingering weight. Nervous Fibre is based in Glasgow, so not somewhere I went, but maybe one day that would be fun. So yeah, this is the one I got there for our memento socks. They're stacking up now. I've got some sock knitting to do, and I also got another pair of just the Knit Pro Zing, sorry, 2.25mm sock needles, because you can never have too many, can you? And I also spotted this, which is the Rico Design Creative Make It Tweed. I was intrigued by this. So I believe, you can hold it with absolutely anything. It is 35% viscose, 35% acrylic, and 30% polyamide. But yeah, I think I'm going to have some of the undyed, excuse me, pure wool from my Moby Slipover, and potentially some from my Lunan tee, the blue. I was thinking that either of those would look great combined with this. I know they do a sequin type one as well, which I thought could be interesting, but I thought, let's go for the tweed. How nice would that be combined with either of those to make a muscle bra or something? Do I need another muscle bra? No. Would it be great? Yes. So yeah, those are the two yarny purchases I made from Woolly Brew. Sorry, I think I just knocked you there. Yeah. So nice. So that was everything from there. Have I got anything else to tell you? Oh yeah. Rob has been knitting. Rob is my husband. He can crochet. I cannot, as I previously mentioned. I will put a photo here of his progress. He asked me to help him cast it on maybe a week before we went away, a week or two. It is I believe it is the Tenorite vest by Jane from Purl and Jane, which is a yarn shop based in Skipton, not far from me. And he is flying through this project. It's knit flat and then seamed. He has finished the back. We are on to, he's zooming along one of the first front panels. We're going to need some buttons, so I think we'll be seeing what Tom Dyson Tom Dyson Woodworking, who made the sock pockets, seeing what he has when he's done. But yeah, absolutely zooming along. I can't remember what yarn it is. It is a West Yorkshire Spinners. Can't remember what it is, so I'll put it on the screen. But yeah, so proud. Does that mean now I have to learn how to crochet? I can never get the hang of it. If anyone has any tips, or is there anyone else who really struggles with crochet? I don't know whether it's because I'm an English style thrower with knitting. Is it easier if you used to holding the yarn continental? See, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm waffling. I think that's everything. I've been rabbiting on for a long time. Thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed. I would love to know what you're working on. Do you do anything similar when you go on holiday with the yarn shopping? It is nice to visit other shops, isn't it? Actually, the lovely owner, I can't remember her name, I'm sorry, in the Woolly Brew was recommending one that's not too far from me, which I didn't know about, which I thought was great, going all the way up to Scotland and somebody recommending one not far from me at all. So I'm gonna have to go and find that one. So yeah, I will most probably be back in a month's time with another podcast. Maybe I'll pop in with something in between. As I say, you can follow me on Instagram, where I'm also one knitter and her dog. Yeah, I'd love to know what you're working on. If you have any knitting holidays planned, anything like that. Kip is down here sleeping. Do you want to come up? Here he is. Just be close by. I know you like to see him. So yeah, we will see you next time. Thanks very much for watching. Have a good day. I'm going to go and edit this now. See you next time. Bye. Kip.